Diamonds will only spawn in colors that are on the screen, but what happened there was I don't have the opportunity to move fast enough to clear all the blues before a bomb spawns, so 50-50 chance the bomb is blue, 50-50 chance the diamond is blue if the bomb is blue. If the bomb is not blue, then the diamond can't be blue because I would have had all the blues off the screen. And then when that diamond is blue, unlike the SNES version, you cannot pick it up. You cannot move it. Like 75% of the time it works every time on that one. But the diamond, you can't move the diamond, and that makes it really hard to get the enemies that are on the screen from one side of the diamond to the other to go chase. So the enemy is on the left side of the diamond, the bomb is on the right side of the diamond. You really can't move the enemies to the bomb or the bomb to the enemies this early in the run. If we're not doing a race or something, we just quit. Fortunately, a pretty far away diamond spawn, but not a big deal. But I actually really like to get red first here, because I'm gonna get a opportunity to get a color kill one way or another. I was a little sloppy there. This is a playable run, a playable first 10. The target time is about 1:30 there. This is the bad pattern. There's two things that could happen in this level, and invariably the worst one happens. Like each stage has either one or two layouts that could happen. And because that was the bad layout, we lost 11 seconds. It's possible to only lose 2 or 3 seconds there if you get the bad layout, but you get the better bombs for it. We did not. Drop down, slam that. Okay. Let's shoot that over. I do not want to see orange until I'm done with literally everything. That's unfortunate because we didn't want that to make that combo. I have to wait for another bomb. I'm gonna try to get a quick kill here. Not bad, we saved some time. It's the first time we see these two-hit enemies, and we are mostly just trying to keep dead colors from being on the board, where there's bombs but no enemies. That's the thing we want to avoid. Up. Up. What do we got going here? Slam. We'll save some time. Let's go. Let's go. This isn't bad. That was pretty good. That was pretty good 16. This stage only has one pattern. The colors can technically be in different order, but there are two things that can really go wrong on this, and they both kind of have. Because you have exactly one combo of each color, so you really want to try to keep bombs of a... You don't want two bombs of the same color to spawn ever on that stage. Just be red. It is. We want to get rid of those red guys, because otherwise they take 2 bombs. Which is slower than taking one diamond. That is trash game. go. It's not bad. My target time was 5:15 and we hit it at 4:59, so that's good. We're on a pace there. This is the worst of the two patterns we could have here. Let's try to take this opportunity to get rid of some of this nonsense. I really do not like that it spawned a second one of those. Okay, that's at least helpful. Get off the board. That was not fast. We did not get any help on that stage. That is, again, not get, is what it looks like to not get any help. Okay, we'll get this off the board. Alright, that's a sub 6 there. That's a really good target. Alright, so what we want here... That was very much not that. I messed that up. There's a way to get everything there in one bomb. I whiffed it. Get off the board. Now we need to fish out 2 bombs. Not a great stage. It's alright. Not great. We're gonna try to get the off the screen as quickly as we can. Again, we're just trying to control the colors that we get here. Not great. Alright, not great. Here the stage has multiple decent diamond setups, so we're gonna take what we can. Get this color off the board. Glad that was pink. Oh, fine. Pretty good. That color resurrected because I made a wrong move. So now we have a dead diamond that is obstructing everything. Really bad. We need this off the board, and we need it off the board yesterday. That works. That works. Ah, sniped. We want to make sure we hit this diamond before anything else happens. Right, that's not optimal. Rid of this, and we still have this one dead color here. Okay, it's off the board. Lost a little time. We're doing good. We're doing good. Right, I'm gonna try. I did not want to pick that up. Not that angle. Okay, this is terrible. Get another red. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of... Oh, okay, well, at least I got one more. Nothing about this stage has gone okay. We've made every mistake we could have made on this stage. Paying for it. So we're gonna see Wario here, which we did not want. Off the board. That was awful. That was a terrible stage. It was our first really bad stage of this run. Nothing about it. Nothing about it went right, and it was all preventable. It was all just clumsy inputs. Fine. a little time there. Our target for this stage was 11 minutes. Alright, unfortunately, that left behind a dead blue, which I would, quite frankly, just like to finish the job. That'll do it. That blows a lot. Could have saved time on that stage, but it didn't work out. So we're 15 seconds ahead of my target. 15 seconds behind PB pace. 50 seconds behind best pace ever. Again, ignore my inputs, which is frustrating. The inputs in this game can be so clunky sometimes. Not green, it's green. Alright, so we're gonna get this off the board and then do that. Alright, this stage blows. None too happy with how that went. So we are going to get these off the board. I'll take another diamond and I hope that it works out. One slight problem here, which is that this diamond is a massive obstruction. We didn't lose a lot of time on that. We saved time on that, but we didn't lose a lot. Really the goal. And that stage. Right, so here's a diamond. No? What am I doing? Inputs. Sloppy. Still bleeding a little time. Try to get a quick orange kill and the game is gonna say nope. Did not save time on best pace, did save time on PB. Alright. The pink monsters here are kind of the core of our strategy. Get a quick finish here. That was really good. That was really good. Alright, so now I need to get rid of that before I do that. We did draw the bad pattern in this stage, though. We're gonna force this to be a blue diamond. And that's gonna get us out of here without too much more ado. That was the worst pattern for that stage. Sure. Down. Okay, that is both buried and not that good. Unfortunate about the dead blue hanging around. Didn't have too much trash to deal with there, though. Alright, 37 is one that can go south. Have that. Down, do we get green, maybe? Not awful. Ah, I messed that up. Eat that there. Yeah, that's what that was the cost of me messing it up, was getting trash like that. I was not actually expecting that to do a full clear, but I am not turning it down either. We are looking for colors that can finish off the diamond setups. Alright, that's something. Blue is nice. Usually we don't like to get the same color back that we just cleared, but this one's good enough to where it's not actually a concern. We still had enough items of that color on the board. Alright. Guarantee that this is the right color. Alright, we're at 17:35, so I am a minute ahead of my worst case target, so we're hanging in there. Just too many of these. I'm gonna flush it off the board. This is not fast. That also really doesn't freaking help. Green. Okay. That's a really bad 40, by the way. Most of the time we should not see Wario, and we certainly shouldn't see Wario for that long. Alright, that is helpful. That is not. We do not want that to steal our diamonds. Trying to clear colors here. It's gonna get us a chain. Just trying to sandwich that in there and get a full clear. I missed, but that apparently puts us on best pace. Right, we want to make an effort here to get a diamond. Not like amazing. There's another one. So before I actually activate that, we need to get all the dead bombs off this. it off the screen. Not amazing, but I saved time. Absolutely take that. Got rid of the diagonal-only enemies, which are the things that are going to give us trouble here otherwise. Pretty good. 45. I mean, 45 is the next trouble stage. So we do what we can with that. I'm gonna see if this... I was hoping that was gonna spawn another orange, because that would have let us steal the diamond out of the rough. Here's a diamond, though. Okay. We can get a diamond that chains, that's gonna... We're gonna get that beep, and then Wario is going to be stuck not bothering us for a little bit longer. Green would be amazing. Kinda holding out for it, because if we could get a green, we could just wipe all the greens. That's why we held out for it, because everything was perfectly set up. Alright, so that's nice. Okay, we will definitely... You could probably tell them sometime, like, between 8:30 and 9, I would say. Doing pretty good. Tell them basically about an hour. Friends made ribs, but they were taking a while. Bots paid them for ribs, and I'm like, I'm gonna come back when they're done, so we'll deal with that. That's kinda blows. Wario a little bit out of her hair like that. Color down. Alright, no longer on PB pace, but it's still very much a playable pace. We have 2 good diamond chances here, if the game wants to share. That's not amazing. Have at least fired it now. Okay, also not amazing. Love getting more reds because I'm not really in a position to take advantage of it in the part because the game won't give me the light blue. I need to actually finish off the what are we doing, inputs? Not great. Alright, so it all comes down to this. It's entirely RNG whether we get a fast 48 or a slow 48. And the difference is probably about a minute. Right now, we are not getting anything that would inspire. Okay, we need one of these. Ooh, red or blue? Trash. Okay, we did prevent. We did slow down Wario there. Alright, we might be able to. Not it, game. Alright, we got the reds off the board. That is worth something. It's not worth much, but it's worth something. Alright. Thanks. Thank you. I hate it. Hate every ounce of it. So that was just... We lost a minute. We lost a minute. Nothing we could do. We just did not get the right diamonds. So that was a PB pace, and the game said no. It was just 100% nothing we could do. That stage didn't feel bad, but it was still slower. Target time there was 28, and we're still a minute ahead of that, so... Even though it's not PB pace, and we got the terrible 50 on top of that. There's nothing we can do about any of this. And then that's terrible. We're gonna try to get rid of the dark blues and alright, we are definitely gonna try to play this. That is not the most. We're gonna try to stick that over there. This color kill, of course that happened. There's no reason why we would expect anything less than the worst possible outcome there. That's just woods for you. Did get a color off the board, and this is a diamond chance, as long as we can really get that other color. As long as we can keep that color off the board. Now we still have a dead color on the screen. Alright, that wasn't that bad. That is apparently best pace ever, because last time... Because I did not have... It's not really best pace ever, I don't know. I really don't know. Shouldn't be. When I had my 40 stage or my 50 stage PB, it wasn't particularly close. I didn't think it went downhill like a minute in one stage either. We need this because oh. Board, please. Alright, that was not a good stage. But we still have plenty of chances to keep this a good run, so we are going to try. Alright, diamond is sitting right here. That's trash. We needed that to be red or white. That'll get something off the board, and that is in and of itself worth something. Alright. Guaranteed to be the right color. Save some time. Alright, we can save like 15 seconds on this one. Down the pit. Here's a diamond. Okay. Kick one, kick two. Good stage. That is unfortunate because I am not really in a position to kill that color. And I wish I could get to be in position to kill that color. And that is unfortunate for the exact same reasons. It's a color with exactly one enemy. Why are we wasting our diamond on it? Let's get this off the board first. That's just diamond just closed me. And then I screwed that up. I messed that up so bad. Do it better this time. Okay, that helps. You certainly are still green. It's the curse of perfectionism. Complaining about things that are objectively not that bad. Take that. Red. Oh, okay. That sucks. It was okay. We could have done a little bit better if that bomb fell a little bit slower, but that's not how the game works. We're gonna set that up. This is so this was kind of nice. Put those. Actually, we'll just do it like this. Okay, bite me. Stop flooding. Okay, so still best pace is more than just even still green. Problem with this is we are now getting flooded. Okay. We don't want to activate the reds or the blues because that increases the number of colors that could show up. Which reduces the odds of us getting a good diamond. It increases the odds of us getting a dead diamond. We really want to get those blue bombs off the screen before Wario shows up. Literally everything else we do is kind of informed by that. Okay. Off the screen. Now, we got the good color. We're gonna have one dead color there, unfortunately. But... oh, this is good. I'm gonna bring this over. That was good, by the way. We stole that. We did a very good job of stealing. Alright. Oh, thank you. I don't have to dig. It's a bad diamond, though. Oh, I got cute. I could have pulled that off. It is flooding me. I do not want this. Go away. Get out, get over there. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright, that's something. We want that. Something good, please. Okay, that's gonna chain into another diamond. Alright, that saved us. We are at 102. And I don't no longer am tracking target times at this point. Oh, not one. We're at 36. I am tracking target times, but I read the wrong number. We are not past the hour point of the run yet. Alright, so... we need to find a diamond, and it's a little bit... trouble right now. This'll do. Alright, that's annoying, because that was a kill. He's gonna do that first. Target time was 38, we're still a minute ahead of that. We're not going to kill this extra red because we don't want to leave a single. We don't want to leave an orphan on the screen. That is an absolute trash diamond. Oh, I did not think that went through because I was so focused on getting red off the board. At least this guarantees that we won't have a second red, which would also be really bad. So I guess that could be worse. If he does this, which he did, it gives us a chance to clear it. Still not the best pace. That's actually good. I'm gonna have this set up hiding right here. Not a great diamond to get out of it. Try to get rid of it and get that color off the board. Okay. Really unpleasant. Should have just kept going for the, So we're gonna put that down there. Of course it resurrects. Always does. Set your watch to it. Death taxes and Wario's Woods resurrecting dead colors. so we're gonna... They're pretty decent. Red or white? No, okay. We can get the reds off the board here. That would actually be unfortunate. I was gonna say that would be a big win, but not to be. Kill that. We can pull that. We just need one more bomb. Ignore the enemies because they have to be done diagonally. Bad stage, but bad stage, good pace. Looking for something I can work with here. Please do the inputs. This is a cheap chain. It will reset our Wario timer, which is always of value. Unfortunate. Ad starting soon. Okay, if you watch the ad, I do appreciate if you come back afterward. Alright, we are no longer on best pace. We've kind of been getting run through the ringer the last few stages. Haven't gotten a lot productive. So it didn't help. We're gonna do. I'm trying to, like, it wasn't even worth the juggle. Not finding the diamond on this stage, I'll say that. That sucks. We could just get a light blue. We could chain this. Alright, one more, please. Stop the bleeding. Kind of gross. We need to start saving some time here. So we were like a minute ahead. Alright. Over. Alright, that's cool. We have the orphan. But take that. Like the orange to finish the job here. It was unfortunate that I'm not paying enough attention to that. We saved some time though. Not what I did. Back up. Pink? No. Gotta do better. Okay, we got like a minute to save on this. It's just gonna come down to good bombs, though. And that is gonna start by needing it to spawn a single orange. A single orange. A single orange. It's trash. Trying to set myself up to get out of here when the game deems me worthy of doing so. Yeah, it's gonna not do what I want it to do at all. So much freaking time here because the game is not willing to help me at all. Okay, please let me have a diamond, make it freaking red. Alright. We got him off the screen. Please stop flooding. I don't need this garbage. Blue. Okay. This has completely fallen apart as a run. Lost a minute over best segment there. Nobody wants this. Let me have the diamond. Take a little time. Gold. My target pace there was 50, and we're a minute ahead of that. Alright. I actually really appreciate that. It bought me enough room to be able to find this diamond, which is trash. I need it to be the diagonal enemies, and it is not. Thank you for the follow. It follows anonymous around here unless you choose to do it. And respect lurkers and disrespect bots. Get off the board, unfortunately. I'm slow. That color is now off the board. We are not going to be out of this until Wario time ends. That's just Wario time plus diagonals equals not a chance of anything good happening. Option. So we're gonna lose another bucket of time here. My favorite. And this run is falling apart. Always does. Was Doesn't matter how good it is, it's going to fall apart. We lost 30 seconds there. We were a minute ahead. Keep that in mind. We had like 30 consecutive stages of best pace. That is not what be. Not to say that this run is completely over, but it is not promising at this point. This stage is not convincing me otherwise. Stop it. Badly enemies there. Yeah, this is pretty awful. No other way to really describe it other than we are bleeding so much time. We lost a minute in 2 stages. Because that's woods. We lost over a minute in 2 stages. And that's just woods. That's what it is. That's how it goes. Chain that. That'll chain. Okay. That stage wasn't bad. That was our first not bad stage in a while. Orange is not used. Flooding again. Okay, gold there. That's the kind of thing that helps. Said the run's not over. Every run, basically every run has a 4 or 5 stage segment from hell. Okay, that helps. Of course it resurrected. Why would we expect anything else? Six colors on the screen. Which one's gonna happen? The only one I want not to happen. Is that? Screw you, that's why. Well, apologies to Dave Chappelle, he's a word I'm refraining from using on stream. Fortunately, that's not the same as hitting the diamond. Saved a little time. Okay, we could save a minute on this one. A little bit of help from a functional bomb here, which we haven't even come close to seeing. Everything then completely 100% worse than useless. This is an ugly pattern. Not a lot to be done with any of what's going on here. Alright, we got rid of that. Okay, that's something. Red. We're just gonna wait for the next light blue. Alright, this isn't bad. Back in there. Got a couple of tougher splits here. That'll get rid of some of the overgrown sidewall. That's annoying. Even more annoying. Still in there. Have a good shot. Try to dig just enough space to move these over. Ditto. Stage is apparently not going great. We're running against gold. Here, let's make up time on this. Get out of here. Serious, stop flooding. Useful. It's trash. Why is it always trash every time? That is literally the worst diamond it could have been. There's only 4 of those on the screen. There's no reason for that to be the diamond. It's always the worst thing it could be. 100% of the time. which I mean slightly less than 100%. It was almost a screen wipe, and because it got resurrected at the last second, we got a dead diamond. Alright, so that would have been a lot better. Better diamonds. Now we're running against a gold split without a great opportunity to take advantage of it, because this is pretty not a great setup. I have not found where the diamonds are in this one. Diamond. And it's trash. It's not one of the diagonal enemies. The easy enemies, not the hard ones, so it's trash. Always trash. Every time. Color down. Freaking slow, but it's a color down. It's fun while it lasted. We're not dead, but we could still save like 2 minutes from here, but that was some pretty bad stages. This needs to come over here. Fortunate that we have the dead color, but besides that, the stage is going really well. Still lost time, but I'd still say that's a good stage. Alright, so what we really want here is the game to not be a jerk and give us this pink one, and the game was a jerk. Gave us the pink one, but then it wasted everything else we might have hoped to accomplish with it. Alright, that one's good. We can work with that. This. Right. We just need 2 bombs here. Put back in the green. We are gonna try to get across here without getting sniped. 1, 2. Get out of here. have this. Save some time. Just save more than that, but no, I'd like a lot of things. Alright. What I want here is to try to convince the game to give me a pink. That would be very helpful. Yeah, but it wasted the pink spot on the cycle on an enemy, because, of course, the kind of thing it would absolutely do. Let's get this color off the board. Will greatly benefit. Right, we can no longer get a color clear on all those because we got fucked out. We do have a diamond chance. The game doesn't flood me out here. Off the board. We're behind again. Not great, Bob. Diamond. Will do. Sucks. Be white. Gold. Okay. Running against a gold. Not exactly how I wanted that to go down either. Worst, though. Go off the board. Forget. Gold. Okay, that's great. That's not so great. That. The only problem with that is the dead blue. Red? Red? It had so many chances to give me a red diamond, and it just absolutely declined every single one. It continues to decline every single one of them, by the way. Still on best pace, though. Pink or red would be pretty amazing. That would not be amazing, right? I really wish that didn't snipe that, but we'll do. Not step that direction. That is atrocious. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay, well, if I can get rid of these. Save time. Save time on this one. This one is just really hard to make diamonds because nothing lined up to give you a chance to make diamonds. If I could get rid of these reds, I might be able to make some progress. All this is a bit of a long walk to try to make that work out. Alright. The gold. We're holding in there. Orange would be really great. There we go. That's not my first choice, but it's still productive. Here's the amount of nonsense that's going on here. Other than here. Right, we just need to get rid of some of these excess bombs. Alright. There's no fast answer to this stage. Gotta get the colors reduced. Color down. All we want is to color down as often as possible. Alright, we're doing good. Did save time. If we could bag 2 minutes in the last 20 stages, I'd be amazing, but the tall I'll ask. Out of here. I said get out of here. $5, get out of here. Well, this is unfortunate. Stop flooding. Got an entire stage you can mess with. You don't have to be everything over here. Unfortunate. Gold split. A little bit more buried than I want it to be. But that'll do. That'll do. Amazing. Dead white is disappointing precisely for that reason. Missed it, it's still gonna be another gold split. Big gold. Pink. We'll take care of that. Yeah, this is just, again, egregious flooding. Trying to clear this color. Getting flooded out. Can't do anything when you get flooded this hard. You just take the L and move on. I got time to save. I need either double red or, well, this all blows. That's good. Okay. Unfortunate. Rough one. More gold splits. So we are going to see if we can't dig this one. Get better. Diamond here. Garbage. We've already cleared out pretty much everything we could hope to clear out for white, so it's trash. That one's useful. Nope, don't grab that. It's unfortunate, I got sniped. Not much I can do about it. Happens when the game starts flooding. At this point in the game, the enemies just spawn so freaking fast. Unfortunate, that should have been a time save. Didn't want to grab that. Fell into my hands. Color down. This one's dead, so we're just desperately trying to get it off the board. There we go. Did resurrect the enemy and not just the bomb. So we got away with it. We're just trying to make some semblance of progress during Wario. Can't really ask for anything more than that. Alright, we've been bleeding time the last 3 stages. We need to have a good one. We got time to save on these. And, could not, unfortunately, I don't think I was gonna make that work out. What else can we do here? Alright, that was not what I was trying to do, but we are hardly going to complain about it. Yeah. Leave us a dead one on the screen there. Crash diamond. We're really kind of just... Our mobility is limited until we can get this diamond off the board. go. We did save some time. Got a minute on this one, and it all comes down to what I usually do on this stage is dig out these pinks, but there's... Okay, that wasn't... None of that was what I did. That was all eaten inputs. Very expensive eaten inputs. That was also not supposed to leave enemies behind. It did, but it sure was not supposed to. We do need to get these dark greens dead if we have any ability to do so. Absolutely. Same with these. These need to get off the board. These will kill us if we let them. Alright, we are in actually incredibly good shape right now. Blue? No, okay. Need a light blue bomb. Okay. Or we could just never ever get anything useful for minutes on end. That would also be physically possible. This went from, okay, this could be good, to this is absolutely trash. We got rid of all the diagonals so fast, and the game just screwed us so hard. Get out of here. Please, please don't. We got 2 diamond setups over here, and I'm trying to actually take advantage of both of them, and that does mean we are going to temporarily ignore that. Because this stage is super hard to find diamonds on, and we would really like to do it whenever we can. So, unfortunately there was a resurrection there, but we are going to do our best to find the diamond. Save some time. Not gonna be the sub 130. That ship has already sailed. You don't get good bombs on this stage. It can be really bad. It can get really bad really fast. You can actually get walled in, and you have a decent risk of dying on this one if you do not get cooperation. unfortunate. Can I just get out of here, please? No, I cannot. Fight me, game. And time doesn't actually stop till here. 130. That's gonna be about a 132.